The AR-15 has been called many things: America's rifle, the most controversial firearm in the nation, and even the symbol of the Second Amendment itself. Loved by millions of shooters and criticized by gun control advocates, it has remained at the center of cultural and political debates for decades. But beyond the headlines, the reason the AR-15 is so popular in 2025 is simple: it works. Affordable, accurate, customizable, and reliable, it is the single most owned rifle in the United States. This review takes a closer look at the AR-15, its history, design, performance, and why it continues to dominate sale. The AR-15 story began in the late 1950s with Eugene Stoner, an engineer at Armalite, who designed a lightweight semi-automatic rifle chambered in a high-velocity small-caliber round. AR stands for Armalite Rifle, not assault rifle, a common misconception. Colt purchased the rights and adapted the design for military use, leading to the M16. The civilian AR-15, however, was semi-automatic only, and soon became available to the public. Over the following decades, its popularity grew, with millions of rifles sold and dozens of manufacturers entering the market. Today, the AR-15 is less a single rifle, and more an entire ecosystem of interchangeable parts and endless configurations. What makes the AR-15 unique is its modularity. Built with an upper and lower receiver that can be swapped with little effort, the rifle can be configured for nearly any role. A shooter can choose a 16-inch carbine with a red dot sight for home defense, a heavy-barreled precision build with a scope for long-range shooting, or even a short-barreled pistol setup with a brace for compact carry. Caliber options have exploded as well. While the standard remains 5.56 NATO 223 Remington, the AR-15 platform supports everything from 300 Blackout for suppressed shooting to 6.5 Grendel for long-range accuracy to 450 Bushmaster for big game hunting. This adaptability makes it far more than a single-purpose rifle. It is a foundation for virtually any shooting need. Performance is where the AR-15 shines for everyday shooters. Weighing around 6 to 7 pounds depending on the configuration, it is light and maneuverable. Recoil is minimal, making it easy for new shooters to handle, while still being fast and controllable for experienced marksmen. Accuracy is excellent, with modern AR-15s capable of sub-MOA groups with quality ammunition. Reliability, once criticized during the early M16 years in Vietnam, has been dramatically improved over decades of refinement. Modern barrels are chrome-lined or nitride-treated. Bolt carrier groups are built to military specifications, and quality magazines like the Magpul PMAG ensure smooth feeding. When maintained, an AR-15 can go thousands of rounds without issue, and with today's aftermarket support, keeping it in top shape is simple. Affordability also plays a huge role in its popularity. Entry-level AR-15s from companies like Palmetto State Armory or Smith & Wesson can be purchased for as little as $500 to $700, while mid-range and high-end models from Daniel Defense, BCM, or Radian can cost upwards of $2. This wide spectrum ensures that nearly any shooter, from a budget-conscious first-time buyer to a serious competitor, can find an AR-15 that fits their needs. The ammunition, 5.56 NATO, is widely available and relatively affordable compared to larger calibers, making range practice and training more accessible. Of course, the AR-15 has its limitations. While the 5.56 NATO round is effective for self-defense and varmint hunting, it is not ideal for stopping large game or penetrating barriers. Critics also argue that the rifle's widespread availability has made it the focal point of political battles. However, these drawbacks do little to dampen its popularity. The truth is that the AR-15 is one of the most user-friendly rifles on the market. It is lightweight, ergonomic, and customizable in ways few other firearms can match. The sheer number of aftermarket parts, from triggers and stocks to optics and rails, ensures that owners can personalize their rifles to suit their exact preferences. In 2025, the AR-15 continues to break sales records. It dominates the shelves of gun stores, the stages of 3-gun competitions, and the collections of hunters, ranchers, and everyday Americans. Its combination of affordability, adaptability, and performance keeps it ahead of other rifles. New innovations in optics, suppressors, and calibers mean the platform is still evolving and showing no signs of slowing down. In many ways, the AR-15 represents the perfect balance between modern engineering and practical application. At the end of the day, the AR-15 remains America's rifle because it meets people where they are. For the homeowner who wants reliable defense, it's a dependable choice. For the hunter seeking versatility, it adapts. For the competitor chasing performance, it delivers accuracy and speed. For the beginner, it offers a gentle introduction with minimal recoil and affordable ammo. Few firearms can fill so many roles so effectively. So, is the AR-15 still the best all-around rifle in 2025? For millions of Americans, the answer is yes. It is a platform that adapts, evolves, and continues to embody the very spirit of the Second Amendment. Whether you see it as a tool, a sport rifle, or a symbol of freedom, there is no denying its place at the top of the American gun market.